to throw again. And it's caught. Second and goal. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's baby.
Of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. So third and goal, Stewart. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he will score. It's a touchdown. 87 yards, the official distance on the kickoff return, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yep.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's being a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are.
And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Hernandez operating from the gun. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. 3 down, 3 down.
5.
Back to throw. Hernandez. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's the way.
They'll set up to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards that time. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. It's caught. It's Stewart. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Here's Hernandez to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Got it? Mike, 57.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now Hernandez on 1st down. Completes it to Davis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Looking to throw. Hernandez. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Hernandez. Throwing again. And his throw here's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hernandez now to throw on 2nd down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Hernandez from the gun, he'll throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back to throw. Hernandez. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator. Watch your slap. Watch out.
Here's Hernandez on 1st and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Hernandez operating from the gun. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 8. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Hernandez. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys are gonna retake the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Let's go.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. He completes it to Stewart. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Hernandez. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
57's the mic. Mark 57. Hey, watch the ball. Watch it.
Hernandez now off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Hernandez from the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that is much too long. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now back to throw. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game.
Down. It's Stewart. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we got 4 now. Get it.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Delayed handoff. This is Stewart. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it on the toss. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
57, pick your game up.
Throwing on 1st down. Hernandez. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he's into the clear. 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You see me? You see
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position.
All you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
2nd and 2. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single. You throw the ball to the outside part of the field. Help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
1st and 10 just outside the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Hernandez operating from the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
I'm going to hit you all day.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense.
Set 50, plant.
57. Right here.
Snap.
Now Hernandez throwing on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Down. 18, Gator.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys.
Hit it.
To throw is Hernandez. Off play action. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. This one caught by Davis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Hernandez. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
3 down, 3 down. Hey,
They'll try and throw for it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah.